Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today for this webinar. We are very happy today to be presenting to you how to orchestrate your marketing performance the European way. But before we start this webinar, let me remind you that this webinar is recorded and we will send you the replay afterwards. You can ask your questions in the Q&A tab that appears at the bottom of your screen, and we will reply to this question at the end of the webinar. Today, I am very pleased to be here with you and to present this webinar today to you. Please meet Bertrand Mauguin, CEO of Ibexa. Hello, Bertrand.
Hello, Molly. Hello, everyone.
And Grégory Bécu, CPO of Ibexa, that is also with us today. Hello, Grégory.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for being with us today. And I will let the word now to Bertrand that will be presenting to you the new Ibexa.
Thank you, Molly. And again, thanks everyone for being with us. Welcome to all of you, and maybe in a little bit broader sense than usual, since as you can see, we are gathering all those beautiful products into a new journey, a new family, what we call the new Ibexa. And the intention of this webinar is simply to explain to you this direction, what this new project is all about, and what it means concretely for you, whether you come from Quable, from Qualifio product, from Actito, from Raptor, or from Ibexa, what can you expect concretely in the months to come? So welcome again to everyone, and let's just get started. We, of course, love to start from the business challenges that we want to solve in the market. And of course, this is about the marketing team, the marketing departments at our customer, who are really suffering from a lot of execution challenges, all those difficulties related to too many tools, really, too many campaigns, too many channels, too many tasks to execute, and not enough time is spent on decision making and making the right choice to really focus on driving the performance of your marketing practice. So we have in average more than 40 tools used in the MarTech stack today at customers. And of course, when AI came a few years ago, we thought, okay, this is it. This is our solution. This is this magic glue between all those tasks, all those channels, and all those solutions. And it is part of the equation for sure. But the last 2 years, and especially 2025, has been very interesting in terms of getting the first complete industry reports about the usage and the return on investment on AI in the organizations and in the enterprise. AI is everywhere. AI is part of that solution. But however, the value is not there yet, and there is an ROI deficit that is there. So we wanted to start this webinar by really sharing with you, when we started to plan this new project 12 months ago, how we have been looking at making sure we can actually address this and help our customers to be really focusing on their marketing performance. Three main reasons behind that ROI deficit. Maybe the most important one, the one that every industry reports really emphasizes, this is the stack fragmentation, which is the ROI killer. In simple words, the more fragmented your stack is, the harder it is to capture the value of AI in your different initiatives. You see it here from the different again, industry reports. So it just pinpoints the fact that there is a need in the years to come to really create a marketing stack which is more compact in your organizations, more integrated, more harmonious in many ways, so that you can leverage more value out of AI. That's really the first driver of our new strategy. The second is actually about complexity in general, complexity of the enterprise. You know, when AI came, it felt magic for many of us sitting in front of our computers and having those types of solutions so good at absorbing the complexity of language. The issue is that the complexity of language is not the complexity of the enterprise in terms of departments, in terms of regions, in terms of cultures, in terms of decision making that needs to be done in enterprises. We have been doing IT projects for the last 25 years. Magic is not a word that is very the reality of the enterprise. So there is obviously a need here also for more sophistication in terms of capabilities, a need for enterprise-grade orchestration capabilities, so that those pilots that have been failing over the last few months, and especially in 2025, will become a success in the months and years to come. So that was the second point. The third point that's been a recurring and growing topic, especially from the second half of 2025, is the topic of governance and trust. The speed of adoption, the speed and engagement around AI is so high that CIOs, for example, are very worried about how to be able to keep control of their compliance and the regulations that they need to comply with. The financial departments, of course, so stakeholders and decision makers are much more careful now in terms of adoption. And in general, also the consumer, the trust on the consumer side is now at stake as well. I think you read a lot about what you can trust on what is real, what is not, what is fake, and so forth. We were mentioning at the summit the C-level at Instagram, even challenging people to be very careful about what they see, if it's real or not. So this issue of trust, governance is a very growing one, and there is a need for transparency and control systems. So that's the three topics, really: fragmentation of the marketing stack, how to be able to address the complexity of the enterprise, and bringing trust and governance capabilities to the table. This is what we have been planning for the last 12 months. We, of course, announced this in the Ibexa summit 1 month ago. And to put it very short and making a summary here of what we discussed in Lisbon, basically the XPs, this is where Ibexa come from, are evolving into orchestration platform. Just quickly, for those of you who come from the Quable or Qualifio or Actito, what do we mean by DXP? This is a category of the MarTech stack able to address all the customer touch points from the first interaction to the loyalty part of the marketing lifecycle. It's a complex mission, ambitious mission, come a long way in the last 10 years, but AI and orchestration is really changing the game, and DXPs are evolving into these kind of platforms. And the best ones will be the ones able to leverage the value of AI the most. This is really what's at stake for our industry, for companies like us, is to make sure we can help you leverage AI's value to its maximum. And based on what I said in introduction, of course, the most fragmented stacks are the one who will be struggling the most. This is a bit complex picture, but I think it shows that it has been our focus for the last 5 years to really get to that central part of the picture. We have really been focused and obsessed by this idea to create standalone components that you can use standalone with a lot of expertise and relevance for the PIM, for the CDP, and so forth. But at the same time, bringing a cohesiveness, a togetherness around those solutions. And this is what this composable positioning and strategy has been leading us to for the last 5 years. Composable DXPs are the foundation, the best foundation for orchestration. They will allow us to leverage more value out of AI. Ibexa DXP, as I was mentioning, due to the development we have had in the last few years, is this perfect foundation. So when we were sitting together again in the group 12 months ago, looking at how can we really leverage this incredible foundation that we have been building, and AI is really playing in our favor moving forward, it would be great if we could innovate on top of this foundation, almost create like a lab or a startup inside the group to be able to build an orchestration engine on top of this foundation so that we can really help you to, with agents, it's an agentic layer, Gregory will come back to it, to really gain time and be much more efficient and performant in your marketing initiatives. And of course, from a group perspective, looking at all the great products we have in the group, if we could leverage all of them, bring them closer together so that we could really tackle the full marketing lifecycle, it could be extremely powerful. We could build this kind of platform and become a real strong alternative European-born to the more, I would say, rigid marketing clouds out there, often coming from the other side of the Atlantic, a complete platform for marketing, completely European board with all the components you need from the data capture, customer data management with the CDP, activation with Actito CEP, and of course all the assets with PIM, CMS, and more. So that's really exciting. I think it's a perfect timing for Ibexa to bring those beautiful products together. And of course, there is a last point, which is extremely important as part of our strategy, is the way we want to do this. And that's what we call the European way, and what it means really, beyond the fact that we are European born, and if you put all the employees on the dot on the map, we will pretty much cover the full Europe. But it's more than this. It's really about, first of all, embracing ecosystem. We have a large ecosystem of partners and that can innovate on top of our solutions. But for you customers, this is about choosing, have the freedom to choose between, first of all, the components you want to use in your stack. So it's not a suite where you will be forced to use all those components. You can still pick and choose the components that you want. We want you to be able to choose the infrastructure mode that you want to go for. Where would you like to host those solutions and the data? And last but not least, have the freedom to choose also for the LLM. So that's our way, much more open technology, open strategy here. And the way of doing business is, I think, making a lot of sense. It's the time for us to bring a European alternative in the world of marketing, and we are extremely excited about that. I think it's time to play the video that we would like to reveal to you that explains a bit more about the context and the creation of this project.
Thank you, Bertrand.
That's the reveal, the ambition, and I just wanted to say I pass the word to you, Greg.
Yeah, thank you, Bertrand. So I will carry on and continue to explain what is coming next across the Ibexa product portfolio. Short webinar, but it's so important also to explain, what is cooking and what we want to do, in the coming months in terms of strategy, product strategy. So first, I know that a lot of people, connected today, and so I would like to explain, what we are doing because it's fantastic. We are, living a fantastic moment where we are joining forces. So all the talents coming from Quable, Ibexa, Qualifio, Actito, and Raptor are joining, effort to build, this fantastic, European alternative. And so if you look at this slide, you can see, now what we can do. So in terms of product, we are able, to cover a lot of use cases, we are able, to activate a lot of benefits for our user. And so, yes, our platform is able to cover, content management, personalization, recommendation, CDP, customer journey mapping, analytics, optimization, AI for sure, integration, operability, and so on and so on. So we have now a large scope and we are able, to activate a lot of scenario based on that. But if we have, this horizontal platform more and more, we continue also to invest, massively in our strategy. And our strategy is also based, product by product. Here you can see that we continue to have, best-in-class components. It's part of our strategy. We don't want to be perceived as a large suite with okay components. So for every product, we continue, as I say, to invest massively. We look at, the rating for Qualifio 4.6, Raptor 4.7, we try every time to be the best, tools, software in every category. And this is something important. Because yes, today I will explain a bit, the big step in terms of strategy, product strategy, where we are going. But I would like also to say that even if we are working on this transversal horizontal platform and some key strategy elements, we continue also to invest massively in every product. You can see here some screenshots. Look at Actito. They have done so much the last year in terms of channels. Now they are bringing in the coming weeks, months, the new wallet. So this is fantastic, a strategic asset in our perception. Look at Quable, strong PIM, but they continue also to develop nice asset, feature in terms of DAM. It's a strong capability, also mandatory in our vision. Qualifio, very good, to develop format and to launch, some game, to catch, first data party collection. Now, thanks to Qualifio and also, Raptor, you will be able, to have, some product recommendation after a game. So it's just an example where you can see, the potential, of our new group. I can continue new data relation for Raptor as a CDP to extend, the data model is so important. Ibexa, last but not least, we have also some new technical AI, like, a product category suggestion. You see that. And honestly, I can continue and spend, 30 minutes just to describe, roadmap by roadmap, product by product, all the coming, feature, capability, coming soon. Look, honestly, I can't resist to show you, the new translation cockpit coming from for Ibexa DXP or the new AI audience builder for Raptor. You see that. I insist maybe too much, but we have so much to offer in terms of capability. All our team are working hard, to offer, the best in class, products. But today I would like also, beyond, individual, product roadmap, feature, capability. I would like also to spend time to explain a bit, the full strategy in terms of orchestration platform and what it's been and what we want to do for you. The first topic is about composability. For me, better composability equals, more flexibility. You know that we want to achieve, this suite effect, to have this platform, but we stick off on something very important. It's part of our DNA to be composable. We know that our customer have, some quite large, IT stack, and sometimes you already have a PIM, or sometimes you already have a marketing automation tools. And so our vision is to be composable. Yes, to offer, the best of two worlds and to offer, this best-in-class component, but to be also able to pick, one component, one product. And so in this vision, it was important for us, to propose also a CMS component, a CMS product. Yes, it was already part, of Ibexa DXP, but it was so important, to continue this journey in terms of composability and to offer also a standalone component, a standalone CMS. It's why today I'm very happy to announce that a new product is joining, the Ibexa family, Cohesivo CMS. So yes, Cohesivo CMS is our new CMS, part of the Ibexa family. Don't resist to show you, a screenshot in interface. If you're already customer of Ibexa, you will see, some common patterns. Yes, because it's a new product, but it's fully based on Ibexa DXP. It's an extraction. So if you're already customer of Ibexa DXP, don't expect too much change, Yes, the logo will change. Yes, we introduce, some new UX EI patterns, modernity, new typo. We continue to do a lot of improvement in terms of UX EI, but it's exactly the same foundation. So it's more an evolution. Yes, it was important for us, to propose, these standalone products. It's based on Ibexa DXP, former Ibexa CMS. Important to say that and to repeat. But this new CMS will be available in standalone. So if you have, some needs for only a CMS without, the full DXP, it will be possible tomorrow. And for some use case, it's quite, relevant. But this CMS will continue to be fully integrated in the DXP. What is the big news? You know that Ibexa was the only software in our family not in SaaS. And so now Cohesivo will be also available in SaaS. We will be able to offer, the full experience in SaaS. Quable, Actito, Qualifio, Raptor, and also Cohesivo will be available in SaaS. We don't do only SaaS. We will continue, to provide, Cohesivo on PaaS, on premise. It's a strong use case. A lot of customers love, also this infrastructure because they are able, to fine tune, to develop and to add, some custom feature. So this is important, but it will be based on the same tech foundation. And so if you are a customer, you want to smart, small, quick with a SaaS version, it will be possible. But if tomorrow you want to migrate, Cohesivo on a different, infrastructure like PaaS, to develop, some custom feature, it will be possible. You understand that it's not only an extraction or a copy paste from Ibexa CMS. We want also to add, some new flavor. It's why you will see a lot of new feature coming in the coming months, like, some feature around AI. We want to provide and to build, the best AI first CMS on the market, and all the team are working hard for that. So this Cohesivo is coming fast from V6, and so it will be available in SaaS too. So if we take a step back and we look at our digital experience platform, our platform is composable, best in class, and SaaS ready. You see that we try to offer, the best of two worlds. To have, this horizontal platform, the DXP, able to manage, the full digital experience, the full experience, and at the same time to have, this best-in-class component. So if you need only a CP, you can pick, Actito. If you need only a PIM, you can pick, Quable. But we are also at the same time able to offer, the full, platform to manage, your full digital experience. And this, at the edge of AI, is strategic because now we are able to manage, the customer data, the product data, all the channel like WhatsApp, SMS, email, web, on top of strategic asset like, content marketing. So this is our digital experience platform, and we continue to work, in this direction. One very important topic also is integration. Better integration equals, faster outcomes. We are in contact with our customer every day. And if you are not, don't hesitate, honestly, to be in touch with us. We know that we have to work hard, to provide better integration between our products. We already have some nice integrations, 6 to be fully transparent. So if you are a user of Qualifio and Actito, we have a full integration between the two products. You want to run a campaign, some games, automatically, we sync the data between Actito and Qualifio. You are a user of Qualifio and you want to put your game, inside a landing page. You can, drag and drop and insert, your game in the landing page of Ibexa tomorrow Cohesivo. So we already have a lot of integration, but we want to continue and to provide, more and more integration. And so I'm very happy to say that we have now a new integration between Ibexa and Quable PIM. Here, example, I'm in the environment of Ibexa. I'm looking at the products. I want to modify the product. I click on edit. Automatically, I'm redirect to Quable. Nice, PIM, best, software to edit, massively, product data information. automatically I'm redirect to Ibexa, and you can see that the change has been done. The name has changed, and so now I can go to Page Builder, and I can manipulate, use all the products coming from Quable. So here I'm just adding a title, a headline, so like products, and based on that I will drag and drop some block to create, my landing page. So powerful, if you want to create, in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, some nice page. So here I will just, select my products, and it's magical in the sense that all the products are coming from the PIM without, complex integration. You can see my products, Red Desire, 2026. This is working well, and we want to continue to invest, in premium integration like this one to simplify, the daily usage of the platform. One integration is good, but we are working also on a nice integration between Ibexa and Raptor. You know that we already have an integration in terms of segments, so you can, personalize, some journey online. But now we are able also to connect, the recommendation engine of Raptor inside Ibexa. I'm still, working on my landing page, and here you see that I have done, a block about, popular content. I can do exactly the same with products. So here I will select, one product, and based on this product, I will ask, to Raptor to recommend me some products similar. So I can set up, some parameters, and you can see already, the results, automatically based on the behavior of, over user. It's fully related to e-commerce feature, and so stock. And so here you see how magic it is, because it's not only the integration between Raptor and Ibexa, but also the integration between Raptor, Ibexa, and Quable, because all these products are coming from Quable. We are working in this direction to simplify the usage of the different system, to accelerate the production of fantastic assets for the marketing teams. So in short, you understand that we are better in terms of composability. We continue to accelerate in terms of premium integration, but it was also important to accelerate in terms of user experience. Here also a lot of feedback from customer using two software or more coming from our family, to say it's fantastic, but if we can align and working on the user experience, we can get maybe more efficiency. It's exactly what we have done, and honestly, huge credit to the team. In a short period of time, you can see already this harmonization project, some shared visual language. So you have Actito, you have Ibexa, you have Quable, Qualifio, Raptor. Our goal is to simplify the user experience and be sure that you can save time on daily usage. So here you can see the different navigation menu. It's key also because you don't want to spend time to understand the navigation, how it works. You want to have some common patterns. It's exactly what we are doing here, and so let's see how to apply that inside a concrete example. You are a customer of Raptor. Yes, we will adapt progressively the design to add these kind of common patterns product by product. The same for Ibexa. We will adapt Ibexa and tomorrow Cohesivo based on these common patterns to simplify the navigation and the usage between our product. Screenshot is cool, but I prefer also to show you what we have done the last months and what is planned for the coming months, because we plan to release that for summer 2026. It's better with a short video. Great. So you can see, the benefits of that. It's not easy to find the compromise to continue to be composable and to be able to pick, only one product and at the same time, to offer, this consistency across the portfolio. But honestly, the team has done great. So you can see that. So it's not only, some common, UX, UI pattern. It's also, a common navigation. You see also the little menu on the left where now you can, select and switch, from one product to another and save time. So this is part also of what we are doing. And cherry on the cake, we are also working on the SSO to be able, to log in one product and to access to the different, product of a portfolio without to reconnect. It's also in the same direction. We try to simplify, the experience of the marketers. So it's a big step for us and a big step for our customer. You saw in the video that this entry for Cohesivo, but also, this entry for Ibexa. Why? Because Ibexa will be the main entry for the new orchestration engine. This is a new product, and today I'm very happy to announce that this project is joining, the Ibexa family. So what is the orchestration engine? The orchestration engine is a full agentic layer available for all products. I insist on that, available for all products. We are joining forces. We are creating a new product with our AI lab. So we are adding, more and more resources every day. We are doing, some great progress, and we target, to have, this product available, for summer 2026. And so you will see that product by product, we will add, more agentic capability. So imagine you are a customer, you are a marketer, you want to accelerate, your productivity on daily basis. As Bertrand said, at the beginning of this presentation, you are doing so much, every day, so many tasks, You have to create content, to create product, to create recommendation, campaign, email marketing, etc. The number of tasks is incredible. And so thanks to this new agentic layer, you will be able, to accelerate, your contribution on daily basis. Let's take a concrete example. Here you can see, the interface of Quable, but I can have, exactly the same interface, for Cohesivo, for Actito, for Raptor, for Qualifio. We will provide for all the products this little assistant, on the right, where we will be able, to call some agent to execute, some task. Let's try to be concrete. You are working with Quable, you want to accelerate, the product creation, it will be possible. You want to translate, 10 products, you will call, an agent specialized in that. You want to optimize, your completeness for one channel, we will be able to do that. You are working with Raptor, you want to create, an agent based on the business program, you will be able to do that. You are working on Cohesivo, you want to create, a page, landing page, you will be able to do that with an agent. I can continue, but we will provide, out of the box, thousands of agents to accelerate, the usage of AI on daily basis in the context of the different software you are using every day. Here also, screenshots are cool, but I prefer to show you a little video about, what is coming. You saw that with a little example, but to be concrete, two scenarios. easy to execute. The first one agent, one product, immediate value. So as I said just before, you are working with Actito, you want to create a newsletter, you will have an agent specialized in that. You are working with Ibexa Cohesivo, you want to check your tone and voice, be sure that your content are consistent. We will provide agents specialized in tone and voice. We will provide step by step, week after week, more and more agents, specialized, in some topic. This will optimize, your productivity. What is key, we want to take care of, dozens of tasks you manage every day to save time and to have more time, to prepare and to work, on the strategy. We are on your side and we are working, some effort in this direction. So this kind of scenario, it's very easy to execute. We will provide, as I say, a lot of agents, and in one quick click, you will be able, to activate, an agent. But you will see that it will be also possible to set up, thanks to our partner and our professional services, some custom agents, adapted, to your context. So we want to do that, in both ways. The second scenario, a bit more complex, but is how we can chain agents. You remember my example with Raptor? I have a business problem, like, I want to sell, some stock of socks, 1,000. How I can do that? I can ask, my agent to prepare an audience automatically. No click, no criteria, it would be easy to set up. But based on this audience, I can prepare a full plan. I can prepare a landing page with Ibexa Cohesivo. I can prepare, a nutter path, email by email with Actito. I can do a lot. And how to chain agents is the grail. It's very where you can see, the real benefits of, this kind of orchestration, engine. So you see that, on this little screenshot, what we are cooking. We are working hard, to have and to provide this agent flow builder, where you can set up, some trigger, where you can set up, some agent, link, some agent. As an example, you look at, a product in Quable, you generate a landing page, but you want to check, the accessibility, or you want to organize some translation. And you have also some guardrail, to check, some tone of voice. So this would be a classic, complete scenario where you can, chain agents. And this is very, very powerful. So you understand where we are going. We want to be able, to prepare to generate for you a campaign from A to Z. So you start, from ad discovery. You set up, a little game with Qualifio. You catch a lot of data, you activate them with a landing page based on Ibexa and the data coming from Quable. You continue with a nutter path, thanks to Actito, etc. This will be available in a few months to be able to activate, and to prepare and to orchestrate, the full customer journey. This is coming soon. It's exactly on what we are working right now. To finish, a quick slide to share, some information. This orchestration engine will be available for all customers based on the SaaS architecture. Nothing to do. If you want to use, your own LLM, it would be possible. We have an architecture where we are LLM agnostic, so you can also plug, your LLM, specific one, or you can use, an LLM, like, ChatGPT, or maybe to use a French or European one. So it would be possible. This is fully connected to our products. So thanks to the MCP, protocol. So all the product will be linked, to this orchestration engine. Important to say, it's not only internal in the sense, how to connect, the products between them, but it will be also possible to link, some external software or tools. As an example, we are working on the Google Analytics, agents, where you can, configure your agent and automatically chat, with AI assistant to get some recommendations. So tomorrow you want to chain and to link, some agent between them and say, okay, based on my performance, Google Analytics, the top 10 article last week, can you prepare, a recap and publish an article? This will be possible to do. If you are working with Asana and you prepare some task, like, a list of articles you have to publish, we will be able, to set up, some scenario like this one where you use an agent, to open, the task in Asana and automatically, create, some draft of article inside, Ibexa Cohesivo. So you can see that, our platform is open. It's not only linked, to internal products. It's our mindset. It's what we want to do. As I said previously, we will provide, out-of-the-box agents where you can activate them, in 1 second. But if you want also to set up, some custom agent, it will be possible. So yes, if you are curious and you want to know more, be aware that we target, to have, these new products available for summer 2026. Don't hesitate, honestly, if you have some appetite, for the topic, to contact us, to request, a demo, to see, the potential of this platform. Honestly, it's fantastic. I stop there. Maybe Bertrand, you want to recap a bit with this nice schema about, what we are able to provide today.
Yeah. No, well, this is yeah, indeed, this is a good summary. You see both the introduction of Cohesivo to make the offering more readable for you, where the CMS plays an important role. Ibexa position as the orchestration platform. The agentic topic, Greg, you were quite vocal on this one. I just want to remind also about the governance topic that you can see. What is it? It's just not just a box like this on a slide. We really want to bring capabilities in the platform to bring more transparency, control, the ability to reveal when we use AI or not for our customer, the possibility to be keep the compliance work for marketing teams easier when you work in multiple countries, the regulations being different. So there is a set of capabilities that we want to bring for you to be able to better control such a platform that will have, of course, a lot of power, but we need control there. On both sides of the slide, you see the ecosystem strategy. This in the tradition of Ibexa, we want extensibility. We want partners and customer able to innovate and extend both agents, but also the solution itself. And on the left side, you see also the connectivity. One thing is our own products. Another thing is to make sure that you can leverage the power of this orchestration platform also when you have components that are not part of the Ibexa family. I think this is the openness I was talking about at the beginning with Ibexa Connect that many of you are already utilizing, connecting with more than 2,000 connectors in the market. So that's something we will, of course, keep doing. There was a question, Greg, on Actito, two questions on Actito and Raptor integrations, as well as a question on pricing. I can first talk a bit about the pricing model, at least the pricing discussions that we are finalizing those days. When we launch in the summer, there will be a new pricing model for all the different offerings. We want to harmonize the way pricings are done for the different products. And in a way, without going into the, let's say, the details, because we are still working on this, there will be probably two ways of purchasing the platform, either an à la carte. If you still want to use only Actito, you will be able to do that and of course get additional orchestration power on top of that, but there will be in a way an à la carte pricing like this. And at the same time, if you are willing to go into the orchestration menu, to keep the analogy of the food, then there will be a different pricing model as well that can be quite interesting and quite disruptive as well in the market. So I don't want to say more, but we are reviewing everything to make it simple for you and that both to understand, to implement, and to work with on daily basis. On the
Thank you, Bertrand.
on the integration, you want to comment, Greg?
I don't have access to the question,
Okay.
but what is exactly the question, please?
The question is about, first of all, the fact that Actito and Raptor are not fully integrated yet, and that
Yeah.
the question is when this is happening. Before I pass you the word, I just want to say that integration in that sense is never 0 or 100, right? It's a gradual work that we are doing. I think you gave two examples. We had an integration between Ibexa and Raptor. We are making it stronger and better as we go. It is the same as we are doing here. One thing I want to mention, which is extremely important, we are now 400 people in one organization. So we make the priorities on the use cases that we believe are the most important. Please voice your concerns to us on the use case that you would like this platform to address, so that we can make those priorities. This is even more important now than
Yeah.
ever. Yeah.
Yes, it's a good point, and we already have an integration between Raptor and Actito, but I agree that we can do more, honestly, and it's exactly based on your point. So more we get feedback from customer, and more we accelerate the development. But today with 400 people, we can do so much. We just have to prioritize. But I was in a contact with a customer recently using both Actito and Raptor. Actito is already a very good product, but when you are able, to add also some recommendation in terms of product from Raptor, I saw, fantastic ROI, like, plus 70%. So we have more and more customers using Raptor and Actito. It's true to say that the integration for now is not fully perfect. So we are also, we compensate sometimes with partner and professional services. But if customer want to accelerate on this topic, we will be able to do that. Yeah.
And there is also a reason why you can see Raptor and Actito in the same box on customer data. And from a strategic perspective, no doubt that aligning the data layer and the data models between the two platforms will be key. But
Yeah. Yes, and to be fully transparent, Bertrand, our team are working, as together, to look at, each, scope of Actito and Raptor to bring, as an example, the CDP of Raptor inside Actito. We are doing a lot of exploration right now, and we see a lot of potential, with this setup.
yeah. And another last point, which is, I think, important to mention on the integration topic, is that we all often think about native integrations on a software level. What we can do on top of that with the MCP servers and the AI layer is also extremely exciting. How you can connect the systems from a more user-oriented approach. And we are doing both. So we are both strengthening the software integration layer and the agentic part on top of that. So yeah, but more to come in the next weeks and months. And please reach out to us.
Yes. And so maybe last note before Q&A, but it was a short session. We know that your time is precious, but if you want to know more about, this orchestration platform, the role of every product, we are organizing a tour, the Ibexa orchestration tour. Bertrand, I think the first date is in Germany.
Yes, it's the beginning of June in Hamburg, 9th of June. Actually, Dubai is the first one. We'll see how the evolution of the situation in the Middle East go, but this is the first date. The point is close to the summer, close to the release, being closer to all customers, and both show the platform itself as well as getting all the feedback that we need. So we hope to see many of you. There are 6 options. Feel free to register. I think the landing page will be announced very soon to register, Molly.
Perfect. Molly, do we have some question?
So I think we already replied to the integration one, but we have one last question. It's, for example, if I have a CMS already, do you have some recommendation on which product should I launch to go with the marketing customer journey?
For you, Bertrand, maybe?
I'm not sure which I understand. So there is a CMS in place already, and how to start to tackle the well, I would say, I mean, content is just the asset part. So the customer data and the way you can personalize the web is always a first step. So you use the CMS, you bring a CDP and the recommendation of Raptor in, and from there you can go on further channels. If you don't have a marketing automation platform or a customer engagement platform, then you can extend, but it's typically the way CMS has gone into digital experience is through the recommendation and the personalization capabilities. So without knowing more on this generic question, I would definitely go for the CDP part, but depends on the use case, of course. Yeah.
Thank you, Bertrand. And yeah, I think we have just one last question that just appeared now. So the question is, today we have Raptor and Actito as two different vendors. How will this change our case?
That's a very good question. We have talked a lot about product in this webinar, but there is, in that new journey, something important to mention is that the team that is working with you is also consolidated per region. So if you are a customer in Germany working with 2 or 3 products, you will be facing one single team with multi-product expertise, both from a sales, pre-sales, after-sales, support, onboarding. And so it changes a lot of things. You will have a much more centralized way of communicating. The contracts, the support processes will be also aligned, as well as, you know, the orchestration platform launch for the summer. So the teams are already working this way, and I think it will be a big change for you beyond the product and integration and all the things we have been talking about today. Yeah.
Thank you, Bertrand. And they also just said, so it will be one contract, right?
Yes, exactly. That's one contract, one SLA, one team, and one mission, orchestrating marketing performance.
Amazing. Thank you, Bertrand. So I think we have replied now to all the questions. Thank you, Bertrand and Gregory, for this webinar, and thank you all for participating. We will be sending the replay very soon, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.